Hey guys, it's Shasha Reviews. So, I debated for quite some time if I was going to review this movie. And I decided that I was, but I really don't feel like I should. I feel like because it's October, there should be plenty of other movies that I should have the chance to review. But I decided to review Frightmare, aka Paranoid. So, this movie is actually one of those movies that got a different name. So this isn't the original name. The movie was originally called Paranoid, and I guess it was like made in 2001 or whatever, and it came out in 2003. I don't know. I don't know much of the history behind it. So the story for this movie is this girl who's like this news reporter or blogger, not blogger, but like, you know, she does like the newspaper for the school. And she hears word about the serial killer that has come to their town. And I'll be honest, this one was really like, it started off strong, but then it fell into that category of like, oh, I'm just not gonna do anything cool. Okay. So here's my thing. This movie takes place on Halloween, but this is not a Halloween movie. There are movies that take place on holidays, but unless I get that like festive feeling, like I consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. Debate me, right? I get a Christmas spirit when I watch that movie. All right, that's just personal preference, but I get a Christmas spirit when I watch that movie. It's got Christmas music, it's got Christmas ornaments, you know, it's got this winter feel, you know, being home with the family, even though it's got guns a-blazing. It's a Christmas movie in my eyes, okay? This takes place on Halloween. None of that. None of that. This movie should not take place on Halloween, but damn it, there's pumpkins in the background. It takes place in a haunted house. So it technically counts. Anyways, so the serial killer comes to their town, this group of teenagers that are obnoxious and annoying. And I guess they're coming home from the haunted house attraction or whatever. And their car breaks down and they find this abandoned house. They go inside and oh my God, the dialogue was so awful. The one girl finds a bunch of knives hanging down. She's like, I think that's a bunch of knives. And the one guy goes, and that's a bunch of bloody shirts. And she's like, you know what this place is, right? And he's like, no, I don't know. And they're like, it's a serial killer's house. And they're like, really? And they're not being sarcastic. They're just like, really, it is? And I'm like, are you guys idiots? Get the fuck out of there. Anyways, the killer shows up and, dude, when I say that this killer had no, like, presence, like, anytime he showed up, I was like, he was the least, how did I go from Dark Walker to this? The killer in Dark Walker was at least intimidating. This one, it was laughable. There's no personality to it. Let me just tell you something. This is one of those early 2000 movies that literally just wanted to rip off Scream because, oh my God, the formula is there. I mean, the main girl, right? Whatever the fuck her name is, I don't remember. I couldn't be bothered to give enough of a shit. She, at one point, encounters the killer and she's running up the stairs just like how Sidney Prescott ran up from Ghostface in the first movie. It's so blatantly obvious. This movie screams Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend ripoff. I have a bunch of movies like that, but this one is like, oh man, you could tell they were ripping off Scream and other influential slashers from the early 2000s, 1990s or whatever. There's nothing original in this movie, and I honestly could not give a shit about any of the characters, which sucks because it started off strong. There was a halfway decent kill in the movie and some interesting build-up with the characters, but then it just completely drops the ball, and I just found myself fast-forwarding some of the scenes because I could not care less. Again, this movie takes place on Halloween. It centers around a haunted house, but you would be forgiven if you completely forgot about that, because even though it says on the back that a group of Sugar Hill High, what kind of school is that? When a group of Sugar Hill High School seniors put on a haunted house to raise money for their senior trip, it's like, yeah, they're putting like on this haunted house for Halloween for their fundraiser, but it's like so in the background that you would be forgiven if you forgot it was like even the plot point, because I did. I was like, oh yeah, this is a Halloween haunted house movie that barely features a haunted house until like the very end. I don't even understand the point of setting this in Halloween or October if it's not going to be like a feature, like, or like a on screen, if it's not going to have an on screen presence. Because Dark Walker, it's not a great movie, but I had fun with it, and it at least gave me that October Halloween feel. This, none of that. It's just a generic slasher that could have taken place on any other thing. And I did not enjoy it. There were some funny moments, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me talk about that. The editing in this film is really bad, and there were some moments where it does some jump cuts, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it was so abrupt, so weirdly placed and edited, I was kind of laughing at it. So there were moments that were unintentionally funny. And man, the actors, the main actress, I will give credit. She's actually decent. It's not Oscar winning, okay? I know I keep saying that a lot, but it's true. It's not great. I'm not sitting here pretending like, oh, this is like good acting, guys. Like, no, compared to legitimate movies, no, the acting's shit. But the main actress, I thought she did a good job with what she was given, whatever story that was given. But, yeah, no, a lot of the actors in this movie, they were really bad. And honestly, like, when a character died, I was just like, oh, okay. And I was watching, and the film just kind of ends. I'm like, oh, it's over. Bummer. I don't really know what else much to say about this movie. It's not good. It's not the worst film I've seen. Trust me, I've seen worse. But this movie lacked, where it lacked is an execution. This movie's about a haunted house, barely features a haunted house. The serial killer barely has like a screen presence. I literally forgot about him entirely. There were moments where it's just the characters talking about the murderer and talking about and throwing their theories and guesses, and I'm just like, I don't care. Get to the interesting stuff. Show me, the kills, because that's what most slasher horror fans come for. I just like to see them for the practical gore effects. There's a few good, decent kills in here, but besides that, nada, zip. None of the characters were likable. Soundtrack was awful. The cinematography was bad. The editing was bad. This whole film was bad, but it is coherent. At least there was a narrative that I apparently found out some people were able to follow. So I had a hard time. But yeah, don't watch this. It's not a Halloween movie. I don't even know if this video will even make it. If it does, then you're gonna hear me rant about it. So yeah, I'm wondering what all the secret writing messages on this. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a bunch of writing on the DVD. Got this off eBay for like $5. Maybe I'll sell it for $100. I'm gonna give it a D minus. That feels. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D minus. Yeah, I could give it worse, but it's not the worst. I've seen worse. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.